everybody, this is Greg Beyer with Arcomusical. Today we're going to talk about holding the bit and bow in the hand, holding the stick, and holding the coin in order to begin playing the instrument. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look first at the hand hold of this instrument. The first thing we're going to take a closer look at is how the holding hand wraps itself around the bit and bow itself. If you are right-handed, you'll likely hold the instrument in your left hand, as I'm demonstrating here. But if you're left-handed, you'll likely hold the instrument with your right hand. The choice is yours, and you can experiment and see which works best for you. There are 4 points of contact in the hand that holds the instrument. The first is that the first articulation of the pinky sits right up underneath the outside of the cavallette. The cavallette, once again, is this cord that runs through the cabasa and wraps itself around the wire, the arami, and the bow, the verga. So I'm going to once again just take that first articulation of the pinky and place it underneath the cavallette, as you see here. The second thing I'm going to do is take the bottom of my palm and I'm going to place it as close as I can to the verga up above the cabasa, like this. The size of your hand and the size of the cabasa will dictate just how close or how far away you might need to be from the verga. So this what you see here may or may not be possible on your instrument, but try to make it something similar. So 2 points. The pinky underneath the bridge, underneath the cavallette, and the palm sitting on top of the cabasa like so. 1, 2. Notice that one further detail with the second point is that the angle of my wrist is slightly cocked out and away, like so, as it sits on top of the cabasa. The third point is that the ring finger and the middle finger create a unit, and together they wrap themselves around the verga like so. The first articulation will wrap comfortably around the inside of the verga, as seen here. So 3 points, pinky underneath the cavallette, bottom of the palm above the cabasa, third and fourth fingers around the verga. The final point is that the first articulation of the thumb will nestle itself right up against what I refer to as the northwest corner of the verga. By northwest, I mean the outside of the verga, on the side of the verga that's facing the arami, or the wire. And the entire handhold then looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we're going to talk about holding the stick. The stick is going to go in the opposite hand, and you're going to hold the stick in such a way that's nice and relaxed and very loosely. And there are basically 3 points of contact on the stick that create the fulcrum for the handhold. Those points of contact are the pad of the thumb, the first articulation of the index finger, and then the top of the second bone of the middle finger will come up underneath the stick like this, so that these 3 fingers create something of a triangle to control the stick. And you can practice opening and closing your fingers, which in turn opens and closes the stick. By open, I mean the stick will move away from the instrument, and by closing, I mean the stick will move towards the instrument like this. So 3 points of contact in this hand, and you're primarily using finger control to open and close, to move the stick to strike the instrument. Later on, we can also talk about forearm turns and even arm motion to get louder strokes. But for now, I think it's okay to start with finger control, like this. Now let's talk about how to put the moeda, coin, in the hand that's holding the instrument. To do that, you're going to put it between your index finger and your thumb. The coin should sit on top of the index finger, in between the first and third articulation of that finger, and the thumb's going to sit on top of the coin, kind of between 3 and 6 o'clock if it were a clock face. I would call that the southeast corner, perhaps, of the coin. And then you grab the instrument again at those points, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, one other thing that kind of changes a little bit with thumb, and that is that the rather than hold the thumb in front of rather than hold the thumb against the verga behind the first articulation, you're going to hold it slightly in front of that articulation, like this. When you move the coin forward to strike the wire, it should be striking the coin at about 1 o'clock on that same clock face. That's an important detail that we'll talk about more in later videos. But there it is. So we've talked about today, we've talked about holding the instrument in the hand, holding the coin in the same hand, and then also holding the stick in the right hand. Well, thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about it, or any of the contents therein, give us a shout. Send an email to info@arcomusical.com, and we'd be happy to hear from you. We'd be equally delighted to hear from you if you have thoughts about future videos you'd like to see us produce. Thanks for watching. Enjoy playing your berimbau, and we'll see you next time.